What's up, homies? Welcome to another episode of the Homies Real Estate Podcast. This is your host, Anthony.
I'm Angel.
I'm a realtor.
I'm a lender.
And together we're going to break down this crazy real estate market. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're having some technical difficulties with one of our mics. So me and Angel will be bouncing back and forth with this mic here. But don't let that bother you. We still got a really great podcast. We brought in Jorge Mesa from Title. Jorge, you want to say hi?
Hi guys, how are you?
We're doing good, Jorge. So give us a quick little breakdown. What do you do? What is title?
Title and insurance, it's extremely boring. So if I start talking about title, you guys are going to go to sleep. So what we do, we insure every transaction to make sure that there's no fraud, that everything is squeaky clean. Whenever you're buying a house or refinancing, there's no issues. So that's pretty much title.
And what company are you with?
Pacific Coast Title.
Pacific Coast Title. There we go.
So today, homies, we thought we'd talk about homesteads because they're pretty important. And quickly, what is a homestead for people that don't know, Jorge?
Let's start with little regaño to you guys.
Okay.
So back on the day, 1980s, it was very popular. Agents were talking about homesteads, declaration of homestead all the time. You close a deal, you make sure that your clients are getting a homestead. Little by little, that disappeared until last year when they raised the values. So now a homestead is like an extra layer. It's like, you want to call it like an insurance. It's like an insurance that is going to protect your equity. So last year they raised the values in LA County for a married couple. You can protect up to $600,000. If you're single, $300,000. And that's pretty much across the California. Few counties like San Bernardino, it's only $450. And if you're married, $250 if you're single. So let's say that, let me ask you a question, guys. What's the number one call you think we get on title? From lenders, realtors, or escrows? Which one you think calls the most?
Probably lenders.
No, really.
No?
Escrow.
Nope.
Realtors.
Nope. Lawyers.
Lawyers.
Lawyers,
Wow.
they call all the time because they want to know if there's a homestead recorded against that property. Why they do that?
Because they want to see if they can try to get extra money.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. So if they sue you, they want to make sure that you have some assets, right? So they can collect. So with a homestead, they cannot touch $600,000 if you're married, $300,000 if you're single. Yeah, if I go and rob a bank, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
I'm going to get sued and I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
But if I go out right now and I crash, I'm protected. So that's an extra layer, an extra benefit that you can apply. It needs to be recorded at the county. And that's a benefit that you have if you own a house in California.
Gotcha. So in California, this would be considered an automatic homestead.
Nope. An automatic homestead, I'm glad you say that because there's two homesteads.
Okay.
One is automatic homestead that you already have when you buy a house.
Okay.
And that's going to protect you. Let's do a quick sample. Remember back on the day, the short sales, when the lender's taking less money,
Yes.
the loan is $800,000, they take $600,000. Who pays that $200,000 difference? Thanks to that automatic homestead, they're not going after you.
Yeah.
That's the automatic homestead. Then there's one that is called the declared homestead, the one that you need to record in the county that you live.
Gotcha.
It's a very simple document. It's a one-page document that you need to fill, complete, take it to the county, and you can record that. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
Within one day.
Pretty much, yes. Let's say, and questions that I get all the time, I have a living trust, I have an LLC. Do I still need to have a homestead? Absolutely. You can still get sued if you have an LLC or living trust. This is just an extra layer of protection. And you're talking about a lot of money. $600,000, if you're married, that's a lot of money that you can protect.
And what is the cost involved with this? How much does it cost an individual?
And be careful because when you buy a house, you're going to get all this junk mail. A lot of extremely deceiving because it looks like it's coming from the county.
Yes.
Different companies, and they call the county this, county that. It's just independent companies. They're charging between $550 to $850 to do a homestead. Literally, I know you guys, Anthony, Angel, you guys can do it for your clients. The recording fees are only $120.
Wow.
Pretty inexpensive. So don't get fooled by these ads, this junk mail that you're going to get. Because it's pretty deceiving. It looks like it's coming from the county and they're charging $850 to literally put your name on a piece of paper, put the property address, the APN number, You sign it, notarize, and bingo, ready to go.
Gotcha. So just for clarification purposes, an automatic homestead protects you for how much amount, and then a declared homestead protects you for how much amount?
Automatic homestead, it's hard to give you a dollar amount. It depends on how much your property values drop and your loan. So back on the day, 2006, 7, 8, yeah, values will drop like 50%. So it can easily be 300,000-400,000. So it's hard to give you a number on that.
Yeah.
The one that you record, the declared homestead, 600,000 if you're married, 300,000 if you're single.
Gotcha.
And that's just a benefit you have because you're an owner here in California.
And then who needs a declared homestead?
Everybody. Everybody.
I mean, I would get one, yes.
Anthony, you have a house?
I do not own a home right now.
Angel?
Yes.
You have one?
I don't.
Angel? See my point?
Yeah. We have to talk after. We need to get that set up.
And it's so easy to do it. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's like the vesting on the property, right?
Yeah.
Only one person on title. Nothing will happen to me. Nothing will happen to me. Guess what? It happens and then it's a problem. Same with the homesteads.
Yeah.
But the good thing about the homesteads is you can go and crash today and tomorrow you can go and still record one and it's valid.
Got it.
So once the homestead is declared, is it permanent for that residence?
Absolutely. It needs to be removed if you sell the house.
Oh, really?
When you sell the house, it needs to be removed. There's another document that you need to file removing that. And we didn't talk about what kind of property. 1 to 4, no commercial properties, primary residence. You cannot do it for multiple properties, just your primary residence.
Just your primary
That's
residence.
key. And guess what? I have a guy who went to my office asking for a few. I say, it's not going to work. He goes, I don't care. So the county will take your money. The county will record 4, 5, 6, as many as you want to send. Only will work for your primary residence. What's your primary residence? It's not where you live. It's the one you use for your taxes. That's your primary residence. So the one that you're using for your taxes, that's the only one that you can really, really benefit through a homestead.
Okay. Well, so that's really important to know, homies, that you just can't file homesteads on every single one of your properties and expect to be protected. It's only going to protect the one that is your primary residence where you file your taxes out of. So walk me through the process. If I wanted to file this homestead, I go directly to the city, or is there a website or the county?
We have a website that you can go. Can I say my website?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pct.com. But again, you don't need to go to my website. You can just Google Homestead Declaration, and there's 20 title companies that you can download that form. When you download the form, you're going to see how easy it is.
Okay.
I mean, you just need to put your name, property address, return address, if you have a different return address, and legal description. Pretty simple. Legal description is not that simple for the consumer. So you guys can help the consumer for that. They can call you and they can get the legal description through you guys. You have access to that.
Definitely.
But it's pretty simple. Literally, I timed myself the other day doing a homestead. I did it in 30 seconds. And I'm an old guy. I type very slow.
Yeah.
I know you guys can do it in 20 seconds with no problem. Homesteads are so easy to do, and it's a huge benefit.
Yeah. So for legal descriptions, I would imagine it would be something like APN number, square footage, bedroom, bathroom count.
No,
Is
legal description is the lot, book, parcel number.
Gotcha.
So that's on your title profile account.
Okay.
On the first page, you see
Under-
legal
under
description.
title.
Copy and paste.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. So out of curiosity, what percentage of people would you say have homesteads? Like, do you have a
Like I
rough
said,
number?
back on the 80s, a lot. You guys were trained, agents were trained to literally offer a homestead right away. And you can do it through your title company. Before you close, you can prepare the homestead, and through the transaction can be recorded. I mean, there's an extra fee of $120 that you're going to have to pay, but it's through the transaction. So literally, you close the transaction, then you record that right away.
So right after the close
That
of
was
escrow.
pretty normal in the 80s. That was standard. And somehow these things start disappearing.
Wow.
And it's coming back because the amounts that you can protect now, they're pretty big.
Yeah.
600,000. Just remember, right now in LA County, there's an average of $200,000 on equity.
Yeah.
So you can literally protect all your equity.
Yes. Wow.
And then I know you were saying back then it was part of escrow all the time. Is that something we can still include in escrow?
Absolutely. You can do it through the transaction.
The
You can
transaction?
ask the escrow officer, can you prepare a homestead?
Okay.
So we can close through the transaction. Of
Perfect.
course, the escrow is going to tell you there's an extra fee of whatever is the recording. In this case, LA County is $120.
Okay. Awesome. And then the notary would just do it when they do the loan docs and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. I don't know how much they charge notary now, $20, $25, something like that, right? Or can be part of the loan documents.
The loan documents.
So it's already included, that notary stamp.
Exactly.
So it's like I said, it's a pretty
worth it.
simple process that we're missing now. We're not promoting that.
Exactly.
Angel, you're an agent. So, I mean, Anthony, you're an agent. Angel, you're a loan officer.
Yeah.
You qualify people to buy houses.
Exactly.
You have a contact with a lot of buyers.
Exactly.
That's a good way also to go back to your past clients.
And bring
Just call your
value.
past clients. And maybe the past client is going to tell you, look, I'm having problems with my payment.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another business that you can start creating for you guys
Exactly.
through just a homestead.
Exactly. Just conversation starter.
Exactly.
Nice.
Wow, that's actually really fruitful information that I'm going to implement into my business, and I'm sure Angel will also. Is there anything else? I know we're just talking about homesteads, but is there anything else that you're noticing people used to do before that aren't really doing anymore aside from homesteads?
Living trust.
Living trust.
And it has to do with the cost. I mean, living trust, they got more and more expensive. And a good living trust is going to cost you $1,500 at least. So before it was a lot cheaper to do living trust, but a lot of people, they're not doing it because of cost. But again, that's the best way to protect your biggest investment.
Yeah.
I don't have a plane. I don't have a boat. My biggest investment is my house. So I want to make sure that I protect those my biggest investment. And on a trust, you can be very creative on a trust. A few weeks ago, I saw a trust that the kid wanted to refinance the house. In order for him to refinance the house, he needs to do blood work. You know
Blood
why?
Blood work. I don't know why.
He was a drug addict at one point.
Oh.
So the parents want to make sure that if he was going to pull money, the money was not going to go to buy drugs.
Oh.
And
stipulations to wow.
That's you can put that on the trust.
Right,
you can even put that you want your kid to give you a college degree. So you can be very, very proactive on those trusts. That's one thing that I think people are missing big time now. And again, has to do with the cost.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more expensive.
How much does it cost roughly?
Well, you can go cheap. There's places that you can do for $500-$600. Pretty scary because what I do on title, I read a lot of these trusts and I see a lot of mistakes. And if there's a problem on the trust, now it creates cloud on title. And now you need to go to court and it becomes a problem. Yes. So make sure that don't go that cheap. Make sure that you go with somebody good who can do a good trust. Angel, you're a loan officer, right?
Yes.
Can you refinance a property if it's in a trust? No. Usually lenders want that property to be out of the trust, correct? Well, guess what? There's a language that you can put on the trust saying, if I remove the property from my trust to do refinance, and if I pass, property goes back into the trust right away. And I see a lot of the trusts that I read, they don't have that language. And that's key. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that property never went back into the trust. Now it's under my name, a single man. That's it. I die. And now it's a probate.
Yeah.
Probate could be very, very expensive.
Yes.
So it's key to really understand a living trust and what you're doing. That should be a good podcast for you.
Yeah, that's the next podcast. We're going to talk about living trust. Or I'm going to put you on the calendar for some time.
Nah, you need to bring the real experts.
All right, well, we'll bring it'll be a lawyer that drafts trust, right?
You want to bring somebody good who can really understand or explain. I'm not qualified to do that.
Well, we'll try to find somebody. Maybe our Uncle Roger knows all these lawyers.
He knows all these lawyers, absolutely.
Jorge, so we're going to wrap this up, but I want you to tell us your craziest real estate story that you've ever experienced so far.
Crazy story real estate that I encountered so far. Crazy question from a realtor or crazy transaction?
Transaction.
Well, many years ago, we did the Queen Mary. We did title on the Queen Mary.
Oh, wow.
That was many years ago when the Queen Mary was literally the city of Long Beach was losing the Queen Mary in a trustee sale. It was insane. So the city of Long Beach created this LLC. It was named Save the Queen LLC. And they raised, I don't remember, $49 million, something like that, to save the Queen Mary. Well, on that transaction, there was too many lawyers involved. It was just crazy. I mean, one day, yes, we're closing. Next day, no, this thing is going to trustee sale. It was just insane.
Wow.
That was a very insane transaction. And we closed it.
Yeah.
A crazy one. A few weeks ago, we lost a house, a big deal.
Uh-huh.
Good agent that we have in Orange County lost a $22 million deal
Wow.
through the fires. Remember the Laguna fires?
Yeah.
And we're going to close on a Wednesday, and Sunday, the house is gone.
Oh my
That was
goodness.
crazy.
Wow.
So,
And what happens in an instance like that? Because I would imagine all contingencies are removed, so the buyer is just asked out, or
yeah, well,
Or
the
this
house
home
was empty, and there was insurance. So, I mean, there's rich people. They're not going to miss the house that much. And they have insurance, so they're going to be okay.
oh, okay. Wow,
That's insane.
I would be so sad.
I think that's it, right?
That's it. Jorge, thank you for having us on, or thank you for joining us on the podcast. Homies, I hope you got something out of it. Homesteads are really, really important. If you don't have one already, please contact us. We'll help you get one. If you're looking to do any title, Jorge, where can we find you at?
Jorge Mesa, Pacificos Title. You can email me, jmesa@pct.com.
Yeah, we'll put your contact information in the bottom of our YouTube video so you can take a look at it. We're also going to put his Instagram here. Follow him on Instagram. I know he's a little bit older, but Jorge Mesa drops nuggets all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. All the experience, right?
Yeah,
Did you check my post today? Zombie loans, those seconds are coming back.
Second loans. There we go. We got to check into that. Maybe we have a podcast on that.
Yeah, we do.
On the importance.
Yeah, exactly. So with that said, homies, I want to wish you all the best. Take care and stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey homies, it's Angel from the Homies Real Estate Podcast. This podcast contains our opinions and is for educational purposes only. It does not guarantee any projections and should not serve as the basis for any purchase or sale in real estate.